do one day, I will invite my men for us to test this your hydrant and see whether indeed it's functioning.
Right.
Whether there are challenges with it.
Right.
Getting a hydrant is one thing. And making it function is also another.
How does it function?
The functioning of the hydrant is placed on the water mains.
Okay.
So if Ghana Water Company doesn't have water flowing through the taps, it means that you can open the hydrant but you will not get water.
Hey.
That's what it is. Because they are placed on water mains. So that is how come these days I advise that do not rely on the hydrant that is hooked on Ghana Water Company mains. Get a dedicated mechanized borehole and make it in such a way that the fire service can access water in time of danger. And you are safe because your water will not be dependent on.
But there are also people who turn the hydrants into their personal, places and sources of water. You go into some of the communities and they've taken the iron, covering off and they are fetching the water.
They are fetching the water. You see, so these are
Ghana Water Company doesn't like that.
Yes, even yesterday, this week, wasn't last week, I had to send a picture, an image to one of the managers of Ghana Water Company to go to Zongo Junction, Kaneshi, to go and check a hydrant that was leaking. So a good Samaritan saw it, videoed it, sent it to me. Then we are in touch. So I quickly called the manager and Mustafa, and then I called Mustafa. Right. Then I sent it to him, and then later he told me, it has been taken care of.
Right.
So these are some of the challenges. But I will keep talking about collaboration. It's a firefighting. If you want to leave it to fire service alone, we'll have challenges. But what we use mostly is water. Who provides water?
Ghana Water Company Limited.
When there is power, we need to take away the power. Who are supposed to take away the power?
That's ECG's job.
When there's congestion, we are unable to access the place. Whose responsibility is it to plan the city well?
LUSPA, the assemblies.
You see, the way, the nature. But the end user is the fireman. And unfortunately, the way we discharge our duties is done in the open for everybody to see.
How do you feel when your men get to the ground? Mr. Sarah, I'll come to you in a bit. How do you feel when you get onto the ground and everybody wants to dictate to you how you should do your work?
No, I mean, as a professional, these are occupational hazards. These are occupational hazards because the person, that's what I said. Somebody, a fireman dropped a hose and you came and picked it, and you are now in the grave. So professional firefighting, when we get there and there are challenges, we call on the police to come and cordon off the area. So in incident command management, cordon off the area, the outer cordons are being managed by the police. Then the inner cordons are where our tools and other things are. So that is what we do. We feel bad when people come and they want to challenge us, they want to take the hose. But like I said, it is your responsibility as an investor by LI 1724 to have water right there. So we don't have to move if we don't have water. The law says when we get there, as soon as you connect from the pump to the fire scene, you need to also connect from the hydrant to the pump. So much as you are discharging from the pump to the fire scene, you should be replenishing from the hydrant to the pump.
That's right.
And you failed to provide hydrant.
Water in the hydrant.
And when the water of 13,500, 20,000 liters is exhausted and we are going for replenishing, you don't understand. I hope you are getting
I get it.
That is what it is. Because the law is, even the drills that we teach them at the training school, number 2 is supposed to take a hose and a standpipe key and bar, go put it at the hydrant, fix it, connect it to the pump before coming to stand at the pump and start operating. It is assumed that anywhere you go,
you find the
hydrant there, you connect from the hydrant to the pump.
So while you
offload
what is in the tank, the hydrant is filling.
Replenishing. Right. So then you don't even need to call for pump 2, pump 3. You go to a fire scene, so many fire engines. It's all because there is no water, and we need constant flow of water to fight the fire. And for that matter, we are calling for more pumps to come and augment. The more pumps are only, apart from maybe checking the spread and other things, one major reason for calling for more pumps is for water supply.
See, this is an eye-opener. Mr. Sari, I come to you now and then ask, we see your men and we see them working. But are they enough? Are there enough of you to solve our problems if we find ourselves in trouble?
Thank you, Johnny. What I would say is, as a service, as I rightly indicated, when you look at the Ambulance Service Act 2020, Act 1041, our mandate is to take care of all pre-hospital emergencies that happen. So any emergency that has been outside the jurisdiction of the hospital, being road traffic incident, maternal emergencies, mass casualty incidents, is the duty of the National Ambulance Service to take these casualties and manage them in the ambulance and send them to hospital for further management. So it means we have a very laborious task when it comes to making sure that we save lives as more as possible. So we need more personnel. So we need more financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance so that we can recruit more EMTs, that's the emergency medical technicians, to work in all the corners of Ghana. For example, when you go to other jurisdictions like the US or UK or Canada, they have what they call community paramedics. Where those people, they work in the community. So they have been assigned to a certain community. So anytime there's an emergency, those people in that community, they will take care of all those people before even other support will come from other jurisdictions. So we definitely need more recruitment so that we can be able to save more life as possible.
Do you still take money from people who are in trouble to say, give us fuel before we take your patients?
So what I want to say is, the ambulance service operate two services. We have the emergency services and non-emergency services. So when it comes to emergency services like road traffic accident, maternal, somebody in labor, pediatric cases, those ones the government of Ghana provides ambulance service with fuel to take care of all those emergencies. But when it comes to other emergencies, like you are going for medical investigations, sometimes the ambulance will go and be parked for about 5 hours. Those ones, we have some charges that we give to support.
I'm talking about the ones that the ambulance driver doesn't want to move. He says, we are charging you money.
No, that is what I'm saying, that for emergencies, as rightly indicated, we are supposed to take those casualties or those patients to the hospital.
Do you take those casualties for free?
Yes, that's what I just want to clear.
Because sometimes the phone lines down, people will say a different
for example, when you are moving from one jurisdiction, let's say you are in Takrady or Cape Coast, you are being referred to come to Kolebu. Definitely, looking at the distance that you are going to travel, the fuel that is being given to cannot take care of all those things. So definitely, you need to pay a certain amount to support whatever the government. Because if you are able to use all those fuel for those kind of emergencies like road traffic, definitely we need to support the fuel. So that's why we ask you to pay certain. But in cases where the relatives said they don't even have money, to definitely we need to take those casualties to the various, because sometimes we even move people from Accra here, sometimes Kolebu, somebody have come to the hospital and has been discharged, is going back to either the Volta region or wherever, and the person doesn't have money. The service have a strategic stock where we have to go into those strategic stocks so that we can forward the ambulance and send those.
The conversation is that it's on paper that the government is supposed to fund these emergency liftings. But do you get the fuel supply to be able to do that? And I need you to be very candid, because the duty bearers, they listen to us, so that we can.
Currently, the government is providing us fuel through GOR for emergencies. You understand? So the government is giving us that kind of support. Definitely, definitely looking at the call volumes and the number of emergencies that happens, we carry a lot of people. So definitely we need more of that. But currently the government is giving those things. But what I want to say is sometimes there's certain misconceptions. For example, in Accra here, you go to certain private hospitals where a patient is being referred to, let's say Kolebu or 37, and on the bill of the patient, they've written an ambulance. You understand? And they will sometimes call the national ambulance, say, we will come and pick sometimes this patient and send to the hospital for free. But in the minds of the patient, he or she has paid for the services of the ambulance.
The hospitals indicate on the thing, like, yes, they charge them for it.
That they've taken is for ambulance.
Right.
But once the ambulance comes and picks, sometimes we pick it for free.
Right.
Because the patients cannot differentiate between a national ambulance service, right, and a private, because the private ambulances also operate. Our ambulances are painted red, gold, green, with a GV plate.
Right.
Either the Mercedes Benz ambulance or the Toyota is. So sometimes some people raise allegations against us that we are taking money from them. When we do an investigation, it's not the government ambulance, but the private
sector.
In some cases, we get to the hospital, they will ask us to do a folder for the patient. When it happens like that, road traffic accident casualty, the person doesn't have money on him. So what we normally do is, the crew sometimes use their own monies to do a folder.
Okay.
Because without a folder, they cannot start treatment.
Right.
So these are issues that have to be taken by the social welfare, so that when it comes to such issues, they will be able to assist us in that regard.
That's right.
Yeah, but on the issue of what we need as a service.
You have mentioned, you said you need pickups, you need more ambulances.
Yes.
What else do you need? Salary increment?
Yeah, definitely. But we will definitely ask for more allowances for our personnel. Then also we need more offices to operate.
Okay.
Because the staff has to be in a very safe environment to work. The Labour Act, we have to work in a very conducive environment. Right. So we need more housing for our personnel, and also with the ambulances too. Either we need the basic life support ambulance, advanced life support ambulances that is fit with defibrillators, with advanced airway, like endotracheal intubation gadgets, so that we'll be able to take care of casualties who have airway problems. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what we need from the government in terms of...
Chief Lisa, let me come to you. Some of your staff, when we advertised that we're coming here, say our rent allowance has not been paid. Our old rent allowance, if we don't have proper places to lay our heads, we don't have peace of mind, how do we help the people? They were asking me, they say you are not alone. Prisons, same, I think police, and then immigration, they are all complaining about their rent allowance. I don't know how true that is. Is it true?
I know rent allowance.
Sunrise on 3FM. The best in the morning.
It's been coming, and the way it is done, sometimes it's quarterly, then it will come. Quarterly, then it will come. But to be honest with you, these are issues for the finance department to handle. I will not sit here and claim that I have much knowledge. So maybe after here,
you
call
can find
the officer
out.
Who is scheduled officer, and I'll take your contacts and let you know, and in your programs you let the men know.
Right.
But I think there is goodwill. The goodwill is there. This government, ever since I think they've released, I've heard that it has been released one or two, so they should exercise patience.
Sunrise on 3FM.
And then the current chief officer is a mother.
Right.
And mothers are more caring. I'm sorry, but at least we are men. But that's
you are choking yourself.
I'm choking myself. So they are so caring, So, Madam, the chief officer, Daniela Mausis Intosapon, is a very nice person. From here, I'll get in touch and they'll press the right button if that is the situation.
Right.
I'm sure. I can assure them that I'll call Madam and tell her. That one day I can assure you.
Okay.
I'll call you.
I'm grateful. Let's wrap up this conversation. Mr. Sari, I'll start with you.
Okay.
We have had this conversation, but for the ordinary Ghanaian who is listening to us, the rains are coming. The roads will be slippery. We pray accidents don't happen, but they do happen. People will find themselves in a very uncomfortable situation or situations that would need your help. What assurance do they have coming from your quarters that, yes, in times of trouble, they will come to me and they will sort me out?
Okay. What I would say is with the National Ambulance Service, as I said, we have our emergency dispatch center where our call number is 112, that all calls are routed and we interrogate the call and we dispatch the nearest ambulance to the place, because sometimes we have challenges of traffic congestion, because per the international standard an ambulance should get to the place within 8 to 10 minutes, but because of traffic and other factors, we just not paving way to siren and other things. So ambulance in Accra, we are doing on average about 15 minutes, depending on but we want to improve on our. So what I will advise is anytime the ambulances are blaring siren, they should pave way for the ambulances to come to the right destination. And also the MTTD is doing their work. Anytime the ambulance car at the intersection, they should be able to direct the flow of traffic so that we can move to the destination safely. From the side of the ambulance, we are doing a lot of public sensitization.
Right.
We go to the radio stations as we are here today. We train institutions on basic first aid and even give them certification.
Right.
Because before an ambulance comes, sometimes you have to know certain basic, somebody sudden collapse,
CPR
how to do cardiopulmonary resuscitation,
right.
how to put a small dressing to control bleeding. So sometimes when somebody have an accident, it's not how fast you move the person to the hospital, it's the interventions that you give to the person immediately.
Is it some of the people are afraid of blood?
I don't
it's
think
not true.
Because they have been trained through that.
They were trained with blood. So when they see blood, they don't fear blood.
We see a lot of emergencies that involves a lot of blood.
Right. So it is never true that your people are afraid.
We are not afraid. We are ever ready. So we have to continue our sensitization so that we train the public more on basic first aid, because when an emergency happens, before the ambulance comes, what accident happens, people go and be pulling people from the debris, rather compounding their problem, because maybe the person is trapped and when you do that, you can have a lot of spinal injuries.
Right.
So they should sometimes collaborate with us. They should call us. When we come, we'll be able to help them to remove the people from the debris. So they should have rest assurance that they should call the ambulance when somebody is sick or injured, but not when somebody is dead before they call the ambulance, because the ambulance is not a hearse. So they will call you, there's a body, come and pick. No, we carry those who are sick.
People call you to come and pick their bodies?
Sometimes we are in the dispatch center, they will call, I have somebody here, can you people come and pick? No. Our vehicles are used to carry the sick and the injured, because
you know where they're getting that misconception from. If you go to Kolebu now,
definitely,
you see the hearses that are parked there. They are for dead bodies, but some have written ambulance on it. So we confuse.
Because
every toothpaste is Pepsodent in Ghana. Every newspaper is graphic.
So when we use the ambulance to carry the dead, even during the COVID time, and when there were special ambulance that were used to carry COVID, because we don't want the public to lose confidence in the ambulance. So they should always call us. We are there to serve Ghana. Anytime they have challenges too, they should definitely let us know so that we can improve on our system. Then I also want to make an appeal to the Ministry of Education and the GS, so that the basic first aid should be something that should be enhanced at the basic schools.
That's right.
Like what happened in O'Reilly Secondary School. Somebody was stabbed.
With the Caesars.
Definitely. If the students were able to have some basic knowledge to even put pressure there, so that air will not enter the lungs to collapse the lungs. So all this has to be from the basic level to the secondaries to the university level, so that anybody that will go through the system of education in Ghana will have some basic knowledge, because in other jurisdictions it's definitely done. And lastly, what I would say is on prank calls.
Okay.
For example, in Accra here, we can, even in the sense, when you look at the statistics, in a month, we can get about 5,000 prank calls.
5,000?
Yes, in a month.
Do you trace them to prosecute them?
When
to
it comes
serve as a deterrent
prosecution, and is the Ghana Police Service.
Yeah, but do you trace them to report them?
We
follow through for them to be prosecuted.
We have those numbers. We forward them to the Ghana Police Service. So we just also want to make a passionate appeal to the public that they shouldn't call the system to prank it, because it can lead to congestion.
Right.
When people are calling, especially when students are on vacation, they normally call it because it's a toll-free line.
Right.
When you call, there's no charges. So we make passionate appeal to that. And I know our CEO, Professor Zakaria, is doing a lot in terms of making sure that more training is done for the personnel, and only our paramedics and emergency care training school we have in West Africa. We need more upgrading at that place. And he's doing well to make sure that the service.
Thank you.
Well.
Chief,
Thank
you have the closing thought here.
Okay.
What do you leave us with, sir?
Okay, so the mandate of the Ghana National Fire Service per Act 537 1997, the law that we established is the Ghana National Fire Service. Our mandate is to save lives and property. I want to assure the people of Ghana, particularly Greater Accra region, that they are in safe hands they can sleep and sleep soundly. We are a service that whilst others are running away from their homes, we are invited to come into their homes. It is because they think we can save them. They should still continue to have that confidence in us. In fact, I can tell so many success stories. Number one, there was a gas leakage at Anya. From here, I'll pick your number and send some of these videos to you to see.
Right.
We successfully managed this gas leakage, took the tanker away, and there was no explosion. Nobody heard it. Because it was a success story, nobody heard it. On the 23rd of December last year, a gas tanker was on its way to Adenta, got to SDA there, and the engine caught fire. We managed it, nobody heard it. Kulibu Cardio Center was on fire on the 7th of February this year. We managed it successfully, nobody has heard it. Tiptoe Lane fire was a success story. I can go on and on and on and mention success stories of the Ghana National Fire Service, particularly the Greater Accra region. And for that reason, they should have confidence in us. If there is any fire outbreak, the Fire Master Control, you can reach the Fire Master Control by 192 or 030 277 2446. 030 277 2446.
Right.
They should call us early because there are stages in fire development. The moment the fire develops and gets into the matured stage, we may be able to extinguish the fire. By your properties that had gone already, we can't bring that back.
Okay.
I also want to touch on the prank calls. It's a very bad thing. We are Christians and Muslims in this country. What you should know is that the moment you hijack the emergency line and you don't want anybody to get in, only to call and be making fun of the Ghana National Fire Service, if we are not rich and anybody dies, you contributed to the death of that person. That is what it is. So, on this note, I would like to encourage my men that we should continue to sacrifice because our job is about saving lives and property. So all is not about getting my pound of flesh. It's also about sacrifice that will continue to do so. And now that some of you are in touch with some of you, I'm sure the resetting agenda will be possible in the name of Allah. Thank you very much.
Chief, look at this video. So this is a fire, a fuel tanker is leaking, and people are salvaging siphoning the fuel.
Yes.
With what that they say and pants and things. Let's listen a bit.
Yes, some crazy for now. I'm not be amfa. Ejani idea me ben how. Kan ni o bra. Ni nyina na enyunu ko no. Ni nyina na bibia ni wan batumi ade asino. Bibia ni ho. Ya fa bia ma no mfa on sensen fancy to ko no. Ya tramo. Kavra. So nyina na ebugu no mo we. Yes, some crazy for now. I'm not be amfa.
So this is a fuel tanker.
Yes.
It's leaking. Yes. People are siphoning the fuel with pans and buckets and what have you. And somebody is warning that nobody should bring a naked fire around the place. What do you have to say about this, sir?
You see, this particular issue is a very big problem in this country. I have seen it severally. Personally, I have been there. So I've seen these things happen on your way from Accra to Kumasi.
Right.
When a tanker should fall, I give you the next 10 minutes to 30 minutes, the tanker will be empty.
But what are they going to use the fuel for?
They use it into
contaminated fuel.
They put it in their cars, and sometimes they go and those people who sell people who sell at the roadside, those unorthodox,
those who use those gao machines.
Those are the places that you send all those fuel. Sometimes you go, somebody has a filling station with one drum sitting there with a funnel, and then he's pumping. So these things are very dangerous situations. If we don't desist from this as a culture, I'm sorry, one day we will not wake up and hear good stories. But when we hear things like this, what we do, we go and use foam to blanket it and dilute it. Okay. Then call the police to cordon off the area to prevent people from taking what fuel. I think I also send you more videos to see. I have some similar ones.
But this is
that they are aside from here, they are not even, the people are not many. Even it happened in Liberia last year. I don't know whether you've seen that.
Yes, I've seen that video.
That was in Liberia. They were siphoning. What happened at Circle in firefighting, we call it flashback.
Okay.
We call it flashback. That is when the tanker is moving and the fuel is dropping on the way going. I can assure you, wherever the tanker will reach and picks fire, that fire is going to trace
its way back
to the source, and there will be an explosion.
Gee.
That is what is happening. So what they are doing now, the person who is likely to even ignite this fire may not even be 100 meters close to this fire.
Because this is sipping all the way down.
So wherever it is going to pick a naked light, is coming back here, and all that you hear is an explosion. Boom. That is what we call flashback. So in second that day, what happened was that the fuel was floating, got to Odor River down there, picked ignition from there, and came and exploded at the station there, because the water had mixed with the fuel, because they didn't lock the tank well, and the fuel was the gushing out and mixed with water. So similar things can happen. It happened in London. A fire outbreak happened in London, and it was a similar thing. In fire science, we call this flashback. So they should be careful. Things of this nature, the whole township can be raised down. That's a fact.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm grateful that you could join me this morning in studio. We've been blessed to have had Principal Advanced Emergency Medical Technologist Daniel Asari is the Regional Manager, National Ambulance Service for the Greater Accra Region. Also, Assistant Chief Fire Officer, Grade 2, Rashid Nesau is the Greater Accra Regional Commander of the Ghana National Fire Service. We're grateful that you could join us this morning, and thank you so much indeed.
I hope this is not going to be the last time.
No. As for me,
this is a fruitful, a very interesting discussion.
Oh, you know me. I try my best. I try my best to do my best.
We thank you for that.
I try my best to do my best.
Yes.
This Father's Day, celebrate the strength, wisdom, and warmth of Dad with a well-deserved escape to Peduasi Valley Resort. Enjoy exclusive discounts on our luxurious rooms and pamper him with tailored spa treatments for total relaxation. Top up the experience with our special Father's Day lunch buffet at the Baobab Restaurant while you enjoy classic tunes from our live band with good vibes for the whole family. For reservations, call 0540-125-555 or 0540-125-554. Peduasi Valley Resort. Live life. Happy Father's Day to you.
Ideas, talent, brands, clients, creatives, all under one event. Disrupt and inspire. This year's Advertising Association of Ghana Gong Gong Awards Festival is set in motion. On June 14, the Interagency Fun Sport event kicks off at the Aviation Social Center. Who will take home the trophy? From 25th to 26th is the Brands and Creativity Exhibition at the Accra Mall. Swing by, get interactive, and enjoy some lively podcast chats. The big finale, Gong Gong Awards Dinner Night on 28th June. Over 250 entries, all competing for glory. Come experience the glitz, glam, and the brightest of Ghanaian creatives lighting up the night. The Advertising Association of Ghana Gong Gong Awards. Disrupt and inspire. Visit our website for more and be there.
Official media partners, TV3 and 3FM.
Memory, no potter, you may. Oh, Bamunche. Now, so she said, Uncoquay, and if a fair, and what dimu, Ayakesi.
Oh, so your poetry. Now you're in the year. Now we hear your new multivitamin liquid plus. Still, new multivitamin liquid plus. A year dra. Vitamins are who do and cocoa here in every boom. Domini benina, what dimu, Ayakesi, Atum Cosiado do. Now, man, Coconubia. Lay a simple, and fear me no, not the suit tun the
multivitamin plus vitamins is very good. It has really helped me in my farm. The bare shells are very hard. They lay for a longer period. I will advise everyone to get one.
DevTech Biosanitation Services. What done Suman, Bechem Basto, Manovia Chihuahua. Telephone 0244 098081.
Oko Gafa, I was Sakamana, Ubenebiato, and now Amaka Veterinary Office. Dansoman.
3FM Sunrise.
Welcome back. This is 3FM 92.7 Sunrise Morning Show. Just imagine that you believe in reincarnation. 6-2. Imagine that you believe in reincarnation and you have to return as a fowl. You come as a broiler or a layer. Oh my God, we have to go. Let me tell you about this. It's a vitamin oral liquid for supplement, nutrition for poultry, and can also hasten the production of eggs. It also stimulates the hen to release hormones for better and longer egg production of making the eggs grow bigger and bigger. It improves the quality of the eggshells and the weight as well. It improves the retention of calcium, phosphorus, nitrogen, zinc, and iron in laying of hen. The eggs thereof. It dissolves fatty acids in the liver, activating the body immunes quickly and restores egg production. It also makes the comb reddish and brightens the feathers, indicating good health. Use this product in any disease control with its comprehensive blend of essential vitamins and minerals. Multivitamin Liquid Plus is the perfect addition to your product. Yeah. Let's do some quick birthdays and check out the studio, shall we? Yeah, we shall.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. And a happy birthday also to Matthew Boti, a.k.a. Poyo. Today is your birthday. May your light never dim. Smiles and laughter will fill the rest of your days. Age with grace, one love still. This is from Efo Kwame Jakpasu to you, Matthew Boti. Happy, happy birthday to you. Also, can we see their photos, please? A happy birthday to Maria Suleiman, Workshop Administrator and Coordinator at Kia Motors. Maria Suleiman is a Workshop Administrator and Coordinator at Kia Motors today. Yesterday, I'm told, was your birthday, so this is a belated wish to you. Also, a happy, happy birthday to Michael Ottery, a.k.a. Boga. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. You are billing administrator at Rana Motors and also a junior pastor at Dominion Mandate Chapel. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday also to Samuel Okanse. It's your birthday today, Sammy. Happy birthday to you. And then also to you, Mrs. Georgia Tetefiu. A beautiful birthday wish to you from your sweet, handsome husband, Mr. Tetefiu, your children as well. They wish you a happy birthday, your siblings, and one Della says a happy birthday to you. Also, a latest one that has just come through, Edith Agbeli of APL. Today is your birthday. Happy to the people's Edith Agbeli of APL. Today is your special birthday. I know you are capable of organizing parties. You are not like Inyonam Haliga, who always gate crashing at people's parties and has never organized a birthday party before. The company loves you, Edith, for all that you do, and we want to see that love reflected back in our lives. We pray for long life for you and more blessings in Jesus' name. We'll see you tomorrow. My name is Johnny Hughes on behalf of the rest of the team. Thank you very much and have a good morning.
Shedi onyame be